Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, and it's April 28th. No meetings to tell you about today, so we'll just jump to who's on our show. Well, we have Idilco Vitez, and she is here on behalf of Saddleback Memorial Care, and she is an RN. She's going to tell us all about the program that she runs over there. Then we have Sports Corner with Cole Young and David Schmidley and Paul Santora, who are here on behalf of the Laguna Woods Village Men's Club. Their Memorial Care outing is coming up, their annual golf tournament that is going to benefit the Laguna Woods Foundation. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at nice skies. Might have some clouds in the morning, but burning off to mostly sunny today, 73, 55. Tomorrow, 79, 56, 74, 58, then cooling off, 66, 56, and 62, 54. Take a look at these numbers. We are looking at our local beaches, 72, 59, San Diego, 73, 59, Santa Barbara, 72, 60, Palm Springs, 102, 73, Tahoe, 65, 35, Big Bear, 71, 40, and Mammoth, 60, 34. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:06, and our sunset will be at 7:32. And thank you to Sue and Jules Anderson, who sent in this beautiful showing of local poppies here in the village. It looks like spring has sprung right here in the village. And to keep you informed, mulch will be available for free for all residents, and you will be able to pick that up at Clubhouse 3 and 5 on Friday, April 28th through Monday, May 1st. Please bring your own shovel and container. All right, when we come back, we will have Memorial Saddleback Center, so stick around for that.
The Salvation Army Orange County is proud to be a leader in providing comprehensive care to families, men, women, young adults, seniors, and veterans in Orange County. Our shelters provide food, clothing, counseling, housing navigation, and job training. We also provide care through rent and utility assistance, food pantries, anti-trafficking services, adult rehabilitation, and youth programs. Donate today to help families in need and empower individuals towards self-sufficient life.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Idilco Vitez, who is here on behalf of Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center. Well, welcome. Very nice to have you on.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here today.
You're welcome, and I'm really excited to learn more about a brand new division within Memorial Care, and we're here to have you tell us all about it. But before we do that, let's learn a little bit about yourself. Tell me about what you've been doing for the last 14 years for Memorial Care, and just how you got into it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I have been a nurse for 19 years, but 14 years in Memorial Care. And my background is critical care, and also 7 years of recovery room care, as well as the last 8 in care management. There's a special emphasis on orthopedic patient population. I also am a double certified registered nurse, certified in critical care as well as care management.
Okay.
And I'm currently enrolled at California State University Fullerton's Masters in Nursing Leadership Program.
Oh, wow. So you're busy. That's a lot to take on. Now, when you talk about critical care, is this patients who are of the utmost need? Is it usually after surgery, before surgery, during? What would that cover?
So critical care, when I used to work at critical care, it was an inpatient care of patients who are critically ill. However, right now in my role as a spine nurse navigator, I have an opportunity to see patients before, during their hospital stay, and after surgery.
Okay.
So as a nurse navigator, spine nurse navigator, I guide patients before patients, their coaches, and their families before surgery. Via phone calls, via education. We have a bi-weekly education, preoperative surgical education program that we have provide for patients, and then I follow up with them during their surgical stay at Saddleback and coordinate care with their physicians, nurses, with occupational therapists and physical therapists.
So you're just walking them through the entire process. So that's great. And this is primarily people who, well, this particular division, which is fairly new, is the Joint and Spine Center. So this is a fairly new situation for Memorial Care. How long has it been around?
So we have, in my role as a spine surgical navigator, I started to work in this role in November 2022.
Okay.
Our role is to guide the patient every step of the way throughout their process and after discharge by follow-up phone calls and connecting them with resources they might need.
Okay, so obviously it's so if somebody has surgery on their back or neck, this is primarily who we're dealing with, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
The spine surgical population is what the Spine Health Center is for.
Okay, perfect. Now, what you're saying here is that you are the navigator and you walk people through the entire process, like from the beginning to end. Now, why did Memorial Care decide to have this type of program?
The number one reason is because it is so beneficial for patients.
Okay.
The benefits for the patients is it's my great enjoyment always in this program to see patients after our program be ready for their surgery. They know what to expect, and their families and coaches, we welcome them to the program. And then also during their surgical stay, they also know what is going on. We have several great highlights of the program, such as we try to get patients up the very same day after surgery, and then we try to guide them through with a personalized collaborative approach through the program. And then after discharge, it's my great joy to see how they recover and get to their goal of recovery.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Because, before when you'd have surgery, maybe 10, 15 years ago, you'd be like, okay, no, you would rest for a few days and then they get back. Now it's like they just throw you up and you stand up and you're ready to go. It's actually quite remarkable. Is that because of the thought process that goes into this, or is it the surgery that's maybe changed?
It is definitely the approach. With the whole multidisciplinary team, the approach these days is to get you up and get you going as soon as possible. We know that this is going to lead to the best recovery.
Okay.
And that's why we are working together as a multidisciplinary team with our orthopedic surgeons, with our bedside nurses, and with our therapists, occupational and physical therapists, to lead you to the goal. We know it's a team effort.
Yeah.
It's a team, and the early mobilization is definitely a very important part of it.
So where is it located within the hospital?
So the Spine Surgical Center, Health Center is, it is really, before surgery, it is me contacting and calling you. At this point, we have virtual classes, which is on a way beneficial to our patients because they have been mastered by now the virtual world. Right. Because of the pandemic, sure. And they really appreciate not need to come in an extra time. Absolutely. So it starts with that, and then it continues when you come into the hospital. We have dedicated nurses, dedicated therapists, and dedicated unit for the surgical patients.
Okay.
We also have, believe it or not, a rehabilitation gym.
Great.
So our physical therapists and occupational therapists take the patients to a gym to practice all the skills, what they need for successful recovery.
Okay. All right, and is that where they would go afterwards as well to do therapy?
Some of our patients, depending on their insurance arrangements, we are welcoming them to our rehabilitation center, outpatient rehabilitation in the Saddleback. We certainly are more than happy to have these patients and continue their recovery with us.
Okay, fantastic. And of course, you know, when you have surgery, many people are prescribed pain medication. And often doctors are a little concerned about that, right? Because sometimes you don't take it, or sometimes you take too much. So you guys have, you know, pain management specialists too.
Well, we have a multimodal approach to pain management, which means that our orthopedic surgeons, and yes, there is pain specialist doctors if the surgeons feel it is the right way for pain management. We have those in-house, but the multimodal pain management approach means that our surgeons try to minimize narcotics involving other medicine and, for example, cold therapy that we like to use for our patients to minimize the use of a narcotic medication.
Right.
Because we know, again, it's a multidisciplinary, multimodal approach. The less narcotic medication we are able to provide the same pain relief, the less side effects we have, and better is the outcome.
Have you incorporated any holistic approaches?
That is something that we definitely thinking about it. It is going to be the future. We do our nurses like to utilize music therapy if it's possible. And then also we, with the cold, our physical therapists are utilizing the cold therapy, I would say, to minimize the pain. And just being there and guiding patients sometimes helps with reducing of an anxiety and depression. And those signs all contribute to reduced pain sensations. But more alternative or holistic therapies will be on the horizon, how we proceed.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much for all the information and for everything that you're doing. That's a lot.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited, and I hope to meet a lot of Laguna Woods residents who need this kind of an intervention.
Thank you. If you want more information about anything that we have discussed, you can always go to memorialcare.org/SB Spine. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to another Friday episode of Sports Corner. I was gone last week, so there's a lot to catch up on. First, and most importantly, it's finally happened. On Monday morning, Aaron Rodgers officially became a New York Jet. The Packers agreed to deal the former MVP quarterback and their 2023 first and fifth round picks to the New York Jets for New York's 2023 first, second, and sixth round picks, and a conditional 2024 second round pick that will become a first if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps this season. The 39-year-old Rodgers is a four-time NFL MVP, led Green Bay to 11 playoff appearances, and one Super Bowl championship in 15 years as the starting quarterback. Speaking of draft picks, the first round of the NFL draft started last night. Take a look at the first round recap.
There were a few shocks, like Houston trading with Arizona for the third pick, meaning they had back-to-back picks. But it was assumed that Bryce Young and CJ Stroud would be the top two picks. Several teams traded up and down, but Will Levis falling out of the first round did come as a surprise. Some of my favorite picks were wide receivers Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison to the Ravens and Vikings, respectively. And Flowers comes as a big weapon to Lamar Jackson, who just yesterday became the highest paid player in NFL history.
Rounds 2 and 3 are today at 4 p.m., and 4 through 7 tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. The draft is always a little bit bittersweet because it is a major event and has massive implications on the football season, but it does get me very excited for football, only to make me wait another 4 months before the season kicks off. But to hold me and other sports fans over, we do still have the NBA and NHL playoffs. Take a look at how the NBA playoff bracket has gone down so far. The Philadelphia 76ers made their mark early in the postseason, sweeping the Brooklyn Nets 4-0 and advancing to the semifinal round. On Tuesday night, both the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns earned their 4th wins and moved on to the next round to face each other. Somewhat unexpectedly, the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings have been in a neck-and-neck battle in the Western Conference, and Game 6 will be tonight at 7 p.m. And probably the biggest upset came from the 8-seed Miami Heat taking out the number 1 team, Milwaukee Bucks, on Wednesday night after a 42-point performance from Jimmy Butler. The Boston Celtics jumped out to a 3-1 lead over the Hawks, but the Hawks were able to pull off a clutch win in Game 5 to make the series 3-2. But the Celtics were able to close out the series in Game 6 and will now move on to face the 76ers. Also in the East, the Knicks were able to advance and win their first series since 2013, and in the West, the Lakers are currently up 3-2 over the Grizzlies and will play tonight at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to check out all of the action this weekend and the weeks ahead to see which teams will be competing in the finals for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Over in the world of hockey, the Stanley Cup playoffs have been nothing short of incredible so far. Take a look at the bracket to this point. At this point in the playoffs, it's very difficult for me to predict which teams will make it to the finals, as most teams seem pretty evenly matched for the most part. Boston appears to be the most dominant, but it's always difficult to bet against teams like Toronto, Colorado, Edmonton, and Vegas. Make sure to catch a game or two this weekend. As I've said before, playoff hockey provides some of the most electric games in sports. Between the draft, playoff hockey and playoff basketball, and midseason baseball, there's definitely no shortage of sports to enjoy this weekend. The weather should be beautiful, but if you're anything like me, you'll be glued to the TV. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time here on Sports Corner.
Welcome back. Well, we have Paul and David here on behalf of the Laguna Woods Village Men's Club. Well, welcome both of you. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
How about you?
Thank you very much.
Ready to go out and play some golf, I'm sure.
At some point.
Always.
At some point, always, that's right. Well, so we have an event that's coming up, and of course it's going to benefit our local foundation. But
Right.
before we get into all of that, tell me just a little bit about yourselves and how long you've been with the Men's Club.
Okay, great. My name is Paul Santoro. I'm current president of the Men's Club. I've been in the village since 2010. I've been affiliated with the club about 2011 when I started getting active in Men's Club.
Okay.
And we love playing golf and we love helping the community.
Now, have you been playing golf for a long time?
Yes, I took up golf late in life, about 1997.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. And what's your handicap?
It's currently deep in the 17s.
Hey, who's counting?
Yeah.
How about you, David?
I like that. Who's counting? Because I won't tell you my handicap. It's golf, probably.
Yeah. So tell me about yourself. How long have you
I kind
lived
of
here?
parallel what Paul just said. I moved in 2011, and I had some friends that told me about the men's golf club and how active they were in the community, besides being able to play golf, and filled me in about the different donations that they give to like the foundation. And I thought it was a great group of guys when I joined, and so I'm still with them, and I'm the director of marketing. I go out and try to sell the sponsorship packages with my team.
With your team, perfect. Now, we've got a golf tournament that's coming up, and it benefits the Laguna Woods Foundation. So tell me a little bit about the foundation and what it has.
I'll handle that. How's
All
that?
right.
Okay, so the foundation is a wonderful organization. It benefits the residents of Laguna Woods Village only, those most in need, by providing gas cards, some insurance, other social services, if you will. It's a friends helping friends, neighbors helping neighbors organization, and it focuses completely on the residents of Laguna Woods Village.
Right, and then we've had social services on before, and the foundation itself really is sort of a behind-the-scenes community of people who, like you said, help other people, but for a variety of different reasons. I mean, it's not just necessary money, but it could be a lot of different things that they need.
Absolutely. It helps them navigate their later stages of their life. It helps them understand what's going on maybe in their health and human services side of the picture. And I think it helps them keep people not isolated. It keeps them active in the community.
Right, right. All right, perfect. And then, of course, we'll talk a little bit more about the foundation in just a bit. So tell me about the men's club as a whole. I mean, you're the president, you're the director of marketing, and you've both been kind of in the club for the same amount of time. So let's go ahead and let me just ask you, you're in charge of the marketing, and this is strictly for the tournament that's coming up, or overall?
Well, overall, but the tournament coming up is our big main event of the year.
Okay.
Okay, and that, of course, raises the most funds for the foundation.
Okay.
Because all net proceeds of our tournament, the Memorial Golf Tournament,
Yes.
goes to the foundation of Laguna Woods.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. How many members do you guys have now?
We have approximately about 360 members currently.
All right.
They're mostly very active members. Some members are less active as they age.
Yeah.
But it's a club that many like to belong to.
Right.
And we like to think that we're very active in the community and helping out.
So do you have regular meetings and things as well?
Oh yes, we have quarterly meetings for our members.
Okay.
And we have regular tournaments during the week. We have a regular Wednesday tournament of some sort.
Okay.
We have obviously the Memorial. We have a club championship. We have President's Cup.
Okay.
We participate in a league, a Silver Seniors League. We field a team that plays around Orange County, and we're currently in first place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You had to get that plug in there.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
So we have a lot of active golfers and competitive individuals, but a lot of social golfers too.
Yeah. So when you guys first joined the club, of course, you had already been, well, you said you took up golf a little bit later. How about you? Had you been playing earlier?
I would say probably in my 60s. So
okay.
maybe 10 years before I came here.
Yeah, but that's still pretty late for many people
Yes,
who
it
like
is.
golf,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, some come here, nowadays the kids are playing golf when they're 5, and
No,
they
that's
get them,
correct.
and
That's
they're
correct.
involved much earlier. So when you have beginners that maybe would like to learn how to play golf, what are some things that you guys tell them?
Well, we tell them to get out there and play, and we support both the men and the women when it comes to that.
Okay.
So,
All right.
we have golf pros that are teaching pros. They're at the pro shop, but we encourage them to get out and play.
Okay. All right.
And all our tournaments are both men and women.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
In the major one.
Okay, good. So let's talk about the golf tournament that's coming up, and it's the Memorial Day golf tournament. Although you call it annual Memorial Golf Tournament, but it's not necessarily on that day.
Correct.
So let's talk about the event itself.
Okay. Well, it's going to be scheduled for Saturday, May 20th. And like I said, all the funds, net proceeds, go to the Laguna Woods, but we have a full day of scheduling.
Okay.
Okay, and it starts out 9 o'clock in the morning with a putting contest, 9:30s, check-in and registration to get all the, and then we have a shotgun start,
Okay.
and that is at 11:30, and then we have various events. We have hole-in-one contests. What are some of the other? Yeah, like I said, the putting contest.
Well, there's a lot of things, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's the
yeah,
putting
that's right.
contest, you've
Yeah.
got the shotgun start. Now, you also have raffle and silent auction opportunities, which is where you probably have come in
Correct.
to try and get a lot of those auction
Correct.
items.
We've got some wonderful raffle and auction prizes.
Okay.
Many foursomes around the area at some very, very good courses.
Nice.
And that's how we get some money into the foundation.
Well, that's awesome.
That's what our direct.
Right, and do you have
idea.
sponsors? I mean, I know you have obviously people who have
Yes.
donated things, but you have sponsors
Yes,
too.
our title sponsor this year is Memorial Care.
Oh,
They've
great.
always been a great supporter of ours and the foundation.
All right.
And this is the second year that they've done it for us.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. Anything I might have missed?
No, I think it's pretty much a day of fun and activity for the community.
Yes.
We encourage, obviously, men and women to participate. It's a fun day. It's a time when we all give back to the community.
Right.
And we really appreciate all of our volunteers and all of our sponsors. Many, many people in the community have already donated raffle items, as an example, or sponsorships for sponsoring a hole-in-one, et cetera. So it's a great way to get back into the community and give back to the community.
Now, are you already set on your volunteers, or do you still need some people?
Well, we always need volunteers.
Okay.
That's a given.
Okay,
We're always looking
fantastic.
for more sponsors and more volunteers. We have a wonderful ladies group of volunteers that helps us with check-in, organizing the centerpieces, keeping us in line more or less.
Herding the cats.
One of the things is that we have, like a lot of major golf tournaments have, is a goodie bag. When the men or ladies walk through, we have certain items that the sponsors have provided that are in the goodie bag.
Great.
Well, we have a bag stuffing 3 or 4 days before.
Oh, you need people for that.
And fortunately, we have wives that believe in us, and so they're in there working very hard, getting all those done. It's a lot of work.
That is wonderful, but we appreciate everything that you're doing for the community, and of course for all the golfers. Let's just look at the flyer one more time, just to reiterate when it's going to be. So it's going to be on May 20th, and a 4-person team scramble with dinner and a no-host bar. And of course, it's $150 per golfer, $50 if somebody wants to come for dinner.
Correct.
And if you want to register, of course, there's all the information, lwmgc.org, or either one of those phone numbers.
That's correct.
So fantastic. Well, thank you. Good luck, and go get them. Get those handicaps down.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
And of course, if you want more information about anything we have discussed, you can always go to lwmgc.org, or you can call Tony or David at the phone numbers that are on your screen. We'll be right back.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Our Friday film for today is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, sponsored by City of Hope. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at sunny skies after we burn off our morning overcast. 73-55, 79-56, 74-58, 66-56, and 62-54. If you are traveling, the numbers look pretty good at our beaches, as well as Tahoe, Big Bear, and Mammoth. Have a great day in the Village, and we will see you again tomorrow right here on Village Television. Bye-bye.